man. I can't believe it. Oh, man. I mean, I had so many plans for this year. And to find out it's all going to be raptured. Only a couple weeks away. Oh, man. That's not good. Now, it started out with, the earthquakes, and birds, and snakes, and aeroplanes, and, that eye of the hurricane. But the world is serving its own needs. And you don't want to miss your own needs, but just, do that grunt. You need that strength. The ladder starts to clatter, and you're afraid of heights, and wires, and fires, and 7 games, and government for hire, and combat sites, and left of west, and coming in a hurry, and the furries breathing down your neck, and the reporters baffled, trumpeted, tethered crop. Look at that low plane. Fine, and overflow population, common group, will do. Save yourself. Serve yourself. World needs. Listen to your heart bleed. You dummy with the raptured and the revered and the right? You vitriolic, periodic, fight, bright light, pretty feeling. The feeling, I'm just psyched because it's the end of the world as we know it. By Daniel Chung. Let's take a look at this guy's channel. This is the best channel I've ever seen on YouTube. It's amazing. I want to take you through it. So, it started, way back here 4 months ago. And September, 4 months ago, his dream he had, which was confirmation of September 2025 rapture. And then it was, the September 23rd or 24th. And then that was biblical. And then in a few hours it's going to happen. It's 100% in a few hours. It will happen in a few hours. And then he calculated it. It was 8 hours, 4 hours left. Wait a minute. He messed up the time zones. Okay, it's 100% on September 23rd to the 24th, the Julian calendar. We were using the wrong calendar. Stop giving up. It's going to happen in 10 to 11 days. It's October 6th or 7th, 100%. Let's don't be left behind. October 6th to 7th, 100%, 1 to 2 days. I'm not hiding. Rapture time may extend to October 8th. Jesus started coming. He'll arrive in 21 days on October 27th to 28th. It's 100% October 27th to 28th, Gregorian calendar now. Brother Joshua's new dream proves that it's in October 29th to 30th rapture. And then Jesus revealed to him the timeline of 2025 to 2032 in times, but why most people will be left behind on October 29th through the 30th rapture. Get your last, heartbreaking message, get in the ark. It's 10 hours on Halloween. Its final update. It's between 6:56 and 7:56 p.m. in Tanzanian time, and it's 4 to 5 hours on Halloween night. Any 8 hours. It's 43 hours. Zero doubt. Rapture's November 7th. 7th day before flood. This is my testimony. Before I'm gone in 2 days, 2 months ago. Rapture in 21 hours, November 7th, ends in 2 days, according to God, 2 months ago. Rapture is November 20th, November 7th, Julian, November 20th, Gregorian, 2 months ago. Secret Revelation. God is mandating us to fast and pray on November 11th. Rapture update. Watch now before power grid shut down. Rapture update. Aurors are taking over the sky tonight. Don't look for Rapture dates anymore. Look for darkness. Rapture update. Final instructions before darkness. I have zero doubt Rapture will happen by November 24th. Update. Rapture is now November 20 to 28th. Mandatory fast. 10 hours left. Rapture on Thanksgiving feast. Sorry, I deleted my video, whatever. Rapture, 100% by January 25th. What happened to November? Jesus warned us in February of 2025. Update, Rapture is 99%. What happened to 100%? Oh man, it dropped percentage-wise. By January 16th, but 100% by January 25th. Jesus implied to Joshua, Rapture is 100% by January 6th, 2026. God's instructions for us to January 3rd to 6th. It's darkness and rapture. My rapture team on September 3 points to January 6th rapture. 3 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, my December 24 dream and confirmation of January 6, 2026 rapture. How not to be left behind. My last heartbreaking message before January 6th rapture. Rapture is in 6 days. January 10th is the real January 6th to God. Well, God delayed the rapture to January 23 by shortening tribulation. Undeniable proof that Joshua is from God. Rapture is January 23 to 24. Wow. Wow. Just wow. I mean, I guess if you make a video every day that says you're going to die that day, eventually you will be right. Because eventually it will be the day that you die. Now, James Randi, a prominent skeptic when he was alive, used to, he stopped doing it at some point, but he used to write down the day's date and say, today I will die, and put that piece of paper in his pocket, like in his wallet or whatever, with the idea that if he died on that day, they'd find that paper and be like, oh my goodness, he knew the day he was going to die. And he thought that was very funny. And he stopped doing it after a while. I guess it just wasn't worth his time and energy, you know? If you're this wrong this many times, how can you say 100% certainty every single time? Only dropping 1% in one video. Every time you've been wrong. Every single time. It hasn't been. Every time you thought it was going to be dark. It's going to start now. It's going to happen. Oh, well, no, I mean, I was wrong. It's going to happen this time for sure. And this time, in this video, the latest video he has, he says, no, this time it's going to happen. So I said, give all your money to me. I'll keep it safe. So I'd like to see him do that. I'd like to see him put his money where his mouth is. Because as a skeptic, I know he's wrong with 100% certainty. That at no point is the rapture going to be a thing ever. And if he really thinks that it's going to happen very soon, then he doesn't need his money anymore. He can give it all to me through PayPal or something. But he's not going to, is he? Because he doesn't really believe this, does he? Well, anyways, this is what religion can do to somebody. It's just make them completely insane. And it's kind of funny looking at his comment section in the latest video. there's a lot of people telling him that this is false prophet. Yeah. The funniest line, he says, "I'm not going to be wrong this time." It's 2026. Yeah, he's saying actually in this video, he says it's 2025 according to God. So see, in God's calendar, you can just change the calendar. You said it's undeniable proof, 100% sure, 52 times true. And it's just some. Yeah, so now January is the real September. It's just like October, November, and December before. And then people quoting Deuteronomy that people are, it's going to be false prophets. And, this Joshua guy, this was the guy that promoted that false rapture way back when and was completely wrong. It's hilarious. Talking about false prophets and all that. This is false from beginning to end. He's a false prophet. Please acknowledge that. Yeah. The thing is about your religion, though, is it allows for this sort of nonsense to happen. And you have young people like this guy who believes in it. This Daniel guy just believes in this nonsense 100%. Yeah, so it's beautiful. So hey, give me all your money, Daniel. I made a video. I challenge you to give me all your money. You don't really believe this. Prove me wrong by sending me all your money. If he did that, which come on, we know he's not gonna, but it'd be if he did. I'd hold on to it, and I would give it back to him, but I would make him make a video where he announces that he will never again say this stuff. That and then I'll make sure to save that video and have it and be like, "Here, guys, here you go." Because no, man. But this is what religion can do to people. So, like I've said before, and I'll say it again, be skeptical. You don't want to go this route. That's for sure. Anyways, and hey, if he happens to be right, well, it's been a fun ride. He's not, but he's not right. He's never going to be right. Good times. Glad I found this channel. Just, every now and then, it's good to find insanity is still alive in this world. But this time for sure. Well, let's play a little bit of the video. Sure, let's do that. Just for funsies.
Hello, brothers and sisters in Christ. This is going to be my last video before I'm raptured on January 23rd to 24th, which is in about 10 days. So you guys need to stop asking me what I'm going to do if I'm wrong, because I'm not going to be wrong this time. Instead, you need to ask yourself, what are you going to do if I'm right? Because this time I'm going to be right. Okay, so there's 4 months after September 23rd, 24th. That's January 23rd, 24th. Okay, and guess what? Jesus said he would come on September 23rd, 24th, but he never said he would arrive on those days. And guess what 4 months is? Literally, Jesus says, you know the saying, 4 months between planting and harvest. But I say, wake up and look around. The fields are already ripe for harvest. That's in John chapter 4, verse 35. And listen, the separation between the wheat and the tares is about to be over. And the tares at the time of the harvest, they're going to be burned, okay? And the wheat, the people who still hold on to the truth of God and still keep watching for the rapture, we go be raptured while tares get left behind. So listen to this undeniable truth. Okay, proof. Okay, this confirmation. We're not delusional. Brother Joshua is hearing from God. It's only 3 minutes long. So just put your thinking caps on. Okay, lock in. Don't ignore this message. I know.
And February of this year, I was praying in my prayer closet, and I had asked him in my mind. I didn't want to put it out in words because sometimes that can be misconstrued and stole by the enemy. So I asked him in my mind, Lord, what can I ask you that would confirm 2025 this year that we are leaving? And I've been watching for over 6 years now, and I've seen the 2023 time that you were talking about come and go, and I've just never given up. So those people that say that because we know a date, because we know this, that now we can just kick back or whatever, it didn't do that for me. Every year that I thought, every time I'm looking, I'm always excited to spread the seeds of the gospel to everyone. But anyway, going back to the prayer closet time, I was praying, and I asked the Lord in my mind, Lord, what do you want me to ask to get confirmation? I heard, look for Joshua.
No.
Yes. And
No, you didn't, because you didn't write that down. You didn't make a video about that before you knew who Joshua was. It's just nonsense. Anyways, they go on from there. It's hilarious. Mwah, chef's kiss insanity. I mean, all the logical fallacies. I mean, just all of them are here. Just every single one. So, I mean, there's nothing to analyze in that sense. There's nothing but illogic here. There is no anything to this. It's a giant nothing burger. There's no empirical evidence, repeatable tests. There's no logic. There's no science. There's nothing to this. Literally, it's end of the world. Yeah, sure. November. I mean, December. I mean, January. I mean, actually, January is the new February. And actually, this year is still last year because it was supposed to happen last year. But we weren't looking at it in God's way, which actually means last year is still this year. But actually, he's going to delay that just a little bit, and then he's going to shorten it. Then he's going to lengthen. Then he's not going to make another video after this one, though. This is the last video for sure this time. Oh man! Whew. Wow. So what can we say to poor Daniel here? He said channel's too small for a grift. Yeah. Well, I mean, we're still in. Here, let me read this. This is great. 3,000 views. 3,380 views. What the hell? How? We're still in the year 2025 according to God right now. Okay. Since God's rapture calendar is 70 days behind our human calendar. God, catch up, man. This is proven by God speaking to at Dandio Smith, whatever that is, on November 10th, Gregorian. These words, now is September. Oh, okay. The new year, according to God, starts on March 12th, 2026, Gregorian, since that's 70 days after January 1st. And then in February 2025, Sister Shelley asked God in a prayer in her mind to show her the confirmation, the rapture in 2025. And then all of a sudden she heard the words, look for Joshua. She didn't, but she's, whatever. After she prayed, she opened her eyes landed on the verse Joshua 1:9. It was on her blanket. Oh my God. No, it wasn't. Although her blanket had scripture all over it, had to be folded the specific way This is all not true, by the way. In order for her to see that verse immediately. That's a rapture confirmation. Joshua 1:9 is about crossing over the Jordan, the promised land during the Exodus. Later in the year, when she was talking to this other person, we finally got to see Brother Joshua's video. Then God spoke to her again. This is your Joshua confirmation. This is so amazing and undeniable. There will be no World Cup 2026 because the rapture will already happen by then, and the world will be in a terrible state for those leave behind. There's 120 days, which is 4 months, between September 23, 25 and January 1, 2026 Gregorian. Jan 21 is the date when 3 days of darkness starts. And rapture will be on January 24th. According to God's timing, there'll still be 120 days between September 23 and Jan 24th instead of 123 days. Since 3 days of darkness will be deleted from God's calendar since the sun won't shine. Of course it will. Sure. Why not? Jesus said there are 4 months between planting and harvest. John 4:35. Oh my God, he said words. I believe the harvest will be on January 24th, 2026 Gregorian, which is when we will be raptured to be with Jesus. This is further confirmation from the Bible that the separation between the wheat and the tares is almost over, and we will be raptured this month. Let's both go together until the harvest, blah, 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 whatever. Please understand, nobody who is just... I created a WhatsApp group full of believers so we can watch and prepare for the rapture that's not going to happen. You know what? I might just have to get a WhatsApp thingy and join that group on the day of, just to watch the insanity unfold as nothing happens on the next day that comes. Here it is. Once you click it, it'll approve your request, blah, 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 blah. You know, and then whatever. All right. So, you know, just remind man who believed and world New York. I know there's a clip. Let's see, where's this clip? Okay, so this is 10 years back after predicted and the world fails to happen, right? Okay, better add some commentary so don't get like, you know. So this guy right here, he was absolutely sure that the world was going to end on that day. And he sold like everything he had. He had nothing to his name, no house, no car, no anything. He literally left it all behind. So he really, really, really believed.
I mean, I don't know. I don't understand what happened.
Think it's going to happen next year?
I'm just...
Yay.
I can't tell you what I feel right now. I'm just surprised. I don't understand it. And I don't know. I don't understand what
Think
happened.
it's going to happen next year? 2012, maybe.
No, this is the year. All the calculations indicate this is the year. It's locked in for 2011. So I don't understand why nothing has happened yet.
Yeah, he doesn't understand why nothing's happened yet. It was supposed to be 2011. He was so sure. He doesn't understand what happened. Well, because it didn't. It's failed every time, dude. That's why. Every single time. This guy, he literally had nothing to his name except the clothes on his back. He gave away his money. He sold his possessions. He had nothing to go back to. So, you know, it's just...
Well, obviously I haven't understood it correctly because we're still here.
Yep, Yep. There you go. So yeah, I mean, and this is what's going to happen to this guy. This guy, same thing. It's going to come and go, and he's just going to be like, well, how could I have been wrong? And then just reinterpret it to another day and so on and so forth. So a lot of people think, I don't know how many people, so I'm not going to say a lot because I don't want to quantify. Some amount of people think that Jesus was an end times preacher, prophet type person. And there's hints of that still remain in our current version of the Bible, even though it's been changed a lot since, whatever the first story was. But there's still hints of that in there, leave everything behind and follow me. Well, of course, you don't need anything because the world's going to end, And then he spoke, and the way that he spoke is suggestive of the world's going to end. So some people think that, yeah, that's what he was doing. He was saying that the world was going to end. And when he got killed, then what the people did was they couldn't believe that their leader of this cult that was dead, and they reinterpreted his ideas about the end of the world to be the end of him. And okay, so he wasn't talking about the end of the world, he was talking about the end of him, and he's going to come back, see, because he said, like, after the world ends, I'm still going to be there, and and I'm going to come back. So they reinterpreted everything, and then had this like group hallucination of him coming back or something like that. I don't know. That's one of many possible ways that it could have unfolded. I don't think that that's how it did. I mean, but whatever. It's one way it could have happened. And so you have an end times preacher, prophet, or whatever, and they are leading a successful cult. And when they fail their prediction, the cult either folds up on itself or it reinterprets it to be a spiritual or symbolic end, and that now it's a new year of Jubilee, or now we really have to, live our lives in a certain way. And, it's always a shift of, it wasn't physical, it was spiritual end. And now we're in the 7 years of tribulation, and now we have to really, build up the funds and donate money and yada, 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 because we got to prepare. And then it becomes about money, right? Or sex or fame or a combination thereof, And it's just about reinterpreting the message and grifting for as long as possible until people realize that it's a cult. And many times what happens in these cults is that everybody will just off themselves before that date, so they don't get to know that they were wrong. Or in some cases, the leader dies and the cult doesn't fold, it becomes a religion. So this might become a new version of Christianity or something if the guy dies that's leading it. Or it might fold up on itself when his predictions fail to manifest, or he'll just reinterpret them and say they're a later date. It's just a kick the can game. Yeah, it's just a kick the can down the road. And we were using the wrong calendar, and or they will say, oh, it was your fault. Mormon Church did this a lot and still does it, where they'd say, oh, the world's going to end on this year. Oh, well, it didn't happen, and it's your fault, see? And one of the stories I'd read or heard at some point, and I'll have to find it, if you want me to find it, I'll look for it, but the story was that they said to their congregation that the reason the end of the world didn't come is because people believed that it would come. So like God was like, oh no, I'm not going to make it come now because you all believed that it would come. And I was like, wait, what? So it's like you failed the test by believing. Failed prediction because they believed it. Let's see if we can find that. Oh, who knows? It's gonna be. It would be kind of a hard dig to do, so I don't want to do it live. Anyways, all right. So that's it. I just thought that this channel was hilarious, and I thought I'd share it with all you so that you can point and laugh, I guess, and just wait until that date. You know, be like, hey there, it's midnight. How's it going? You know, join us WhatsApp on the day of. Not before then. Let's leave them alone until the day. Let's all join it on that day and just, you know, wait until 12 midnight. But which 12 midnight? That's always the trick, isn't it? All right. Until then, stay skeptical. And after that, because there will be an after that, remain skeptical. Oh, yeah. And to the guy, if he watches my video, send me all your money. Yeah, I'll keep it safe for you.